Hello, hello, hello. Welcome again to Brian's Anime Adventure. I'm your host, Brian R. Once again, I'm answering the call to Anime Adventure. And as you see, I went through a little costume change for today's episode because today we're talking about piloting a mech. And let's face it, I know my things about piloting a mech. But these are some anime mechs we're going to be talking about, and I got a few demos so that I personally have a connection to, and we're going to be talking about some. And as you can tell, I'm looking good with my futuristic glasses on because we there was always that one character that had the odd shaped glasses, and why not be me today? Why not be me? Now there have been a lot, and I do mean a ton of anime mech in the world. I've seen some that I'm gonna miss talking about today. So if you have one that you think I have missed, go ahead and comment so I can look it through, check it out, because there have been a ton. But the ones that stand out to me the most, of course, was one, Transformers, two, the Gundam series, and three, Zoids. Because those three were the top ones that were a part of my childhood. I remember as a kid watching the Transformers shows, coming home to watch Zoids on Cartoon Network, watching the Gundam series. Heck, I used to own Volume 1 of Mobile Fighter G Gundam, and I still love that show to this day. Mobile Fighter G Gundam is one of my favorite Gundam series of all time, and it is one I enjoyed. And I love watching the Gundam series a lot. I've actually built a few models today, and well, built a few models over the years. And this is one of the custom ones I made that I wanted to sell off. I had built both Burning Gundam, and I know I'm mess this up some, but I'm gonna try not to. And it's called Gundam. US it was known as Sonic Gundam. But this is my little mask of both Gundams because if I remember right, Burning Gundam was broken. I actually broke a piece trying to put it together, and I wanted to scrap both of them, but I made my own, and I've dubbed them Sin God Gundam, and he looks awesome. He has his Sonic and Burning Fingers attached to him. He is awesome, and the Gundam series is where I'm gonna start at because a lot of people got into Gundam. A lot. And it was wonderful where who didn't want to be a Gundam pilot, piloting this giant ass mech, flying through space, getting into giant robot battles, and just having a awesome time. And heck, I would have loved being in one of those Gundam, having my beam sword and just fighting enemy Gundam, defending the Earth from all harm is one of the things that I would enjoy doing. And of course, it was a lot to it. The stories, the political aspect. It was just, I've seen some of the different Gundam series, and like I said, the one that made the biggest connection to me was Mobile Fighter G Gundam, Domon Kasu, the Suffer Alliance. Just as you watch it, some people uploaded episodes on YouTube, and I remember one night just laying there watching it and getting into it, just enjoying the action, the suspense. What Domon going to win? What we're having with Rain, and just him showing off his tattoo, ready to go for it and use Silent Finger or Silent Finger Sword. It was just awesome. And another one that stood out to me when it comes to Mech Anime is, and I got so this one. This one's a little heavy. Ugh. Okay, I didn't expect how heavy this was going to be. Let me try again, y'all. Dang, these mecha are kind of heavy. Heck, I'm trying to lift this one. This is a small one. Oh God. Ugh. Let me try this one last time. Okay. There we go. Black Rhinos, if I remember right, from from Zoids. Now this is the only Zoid model kit I actually have. I wanted more, but the one I want, the one I would treasure the most is Liga Zero. Cause that's where I started. Watching Liga Zero use his striped laser claw, big cloud, and just all the different Zoid types they were. The Zoid battles was crazy. They were amazing. It was a story you can get into. And again, who didn't want to build a Gundam and pilot one? And like I said, this is one of the ones I only own for right now. And I actually build him, and he does work. He's a little dusty, and the rhinos and the horns does spin. And I actually got this from my local Avenue Mall. And when I saw it, it was like my friend told me they had it. Who and the guy that works there, he was like, "Oh, we got it." And I saw it. I had to get it. If I didn't, I would have been crazy not to. And it was just awesome to have this thing. As you can tell, it built up dust because I haven't really took it down in a while, not even to clean it. This is the first time. It has the little pilot on the inside, and if you can see, and I like to think it would be cool that the pilot sound like this. Personally, I had to have a fast Gundam like Liga Zero or any other Liga or Saddle Fox or the Fox type Gundams, but having a this bad thing running up on you, and you see it got boosters just running up on you with these weapons and missiles. Plus, it could drill a hole, do your Zoid if need be. Yeah, I with my pilot in this thing. Heck, and you know you fighting it at night. You could barely see because of the black paint. Oh, let me add a little sniper rifle to it, just so I could call up and just pick them out one by one. That's all I need. It's something like that. And of course, there's other types of mech, and there's a list I have because I do have notes. Not many, but a note. But I do have notes. We got the Transformers series, which I've chosen to represent by these two arch rivals, Optimus Prime and Megatron, the two rivals that I do think in one episode they did team up to face Starscream, I think. I don't quote me on that. I do think they teamed up once. But in the past at all they were always arch enemies, Megatron versus Optimus Prime, Decepticon versus Autobot. And I loved it. I remember and I grew up and Transformers, Armada, Energon, Cybertron, and own the Transformers movie digitally, of course. But that movie was even awesome. Seeing how Optimus Prime died. Sorry for any spoilers, y'all. Whoever seen it, but it's one of the oldest. Well, not the oldest movie in my collection. That um title goes to Casablanca because I do like my old movies, y'all. Just saying. But just seeing them, heck, I love Beast Wars. Beast Wars has it will always be one of my top favorite Transformers series. I love it. I used to have a few of the Beast Wars toys. I need to get start back collecting them. Matter of fact, I do. I do. Cause I have um Transmetal. I have Transmetal, Rat Trap, and Transmetal Waspinator. And then I also have some Beast Machines Cheetor and Megatron, which I was too lazy to get out today. I figured these two will be enough to represent Transformers series in general, since Transformers versus Optimus Prime, Decepticon versus Autobot. One had an Energon axe, one had a Energon mace. And I do remember that. I do remember that a lot. And I do see I got my comment. Terry, thank you for that. I love these glasses right here. And as you see, I'm wearing my extinct Techno Made hoodie that I got from Think Geek that sadly messed up. It used to make noise and lights. Now I use it for a regular hoodie because I don't believe in throwing away good clothes. I just take wherever I need to take out of it and wear it as is. And it's just a lot. There have been a lot. You have Gurren Lagann. Gurren Lagann, I actually started watching some, and it was awesome. I started watching it once on another site, and then when I found it on Netflix, I got into it, and to a point where now this is the thing. Anytime I think an anime is good, I always go out and find the merch. And as you see, I got his from Gurren Lagann. I got the drill that he wears around his neck because I really got into it. I didn't finish it yet. I'm actually working on two anime now, working on Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Inuyasha. And now I need to add that to my list, but I want to finish one of those two anime first before I do that. And I mean, the whole show, Gurren Lagann, was awesome. The episodes I watched was amazing. People want to talk about fan service. That's where it's at. Because you talk about fan service, they do a lot with it. And some always have their waifus from that. So me, I'm not about that right now. I don't have a waifu. Hell, it's almost Valentine's Day, and I don't even have a Valentine. But I love myself. At least try to. So I guess I'm gonna be my own Valentine again. Just saying, how you doing? But like I said, who with these anime and the mech that they pilot, who didn't want to pilot one? I know I used to dream of being in a Gundam or being a Zoids pilot. And making an add on to my mech, fighting just either for prize money or to defend the Earth. Heck, if we're gonna talk about it, if we're gonna talk about Mech Anime, why not talk about the Big O? That's one I remember, but never got the chance to see. We could also talk about robots, but heck, it want to we'll add on the Astro Boy. Had to think about it for a moment. Astro Boy telling is a mech, but he's a robot also, and he was awesome. He saved the world time and time again. And I remember again one of those DVDs I own a lot of, but lost over the years was Astro Boy, and I enjoyed watching it. Astro Boy was my cup of tea, so I could sit back, relax, and enjoy. Heck, you have a lot, and I mean a ton of mech anime that has aired over the years that I haven't even scratched the surface. And I mean, this is going way, way, way back. Escaflowne is one of the ones I remember because it aired on Fox Kids, and it was just one of them I remember just off the top of my head. Neon Genesis Evangelion. I actually tried watching that, and I'm actually going to try again. They have the seasons on Netflix, and I heard a lot about it. Some good, some bad, some in between. Again, one on one I actually want to get into. Hell, Gal Gaigar. I actually found that on via YouTube clips over the years, and I saw this and like, what is this? And why can't I stop watching it? Had the dinosaurs were like dinosaur transformers that were awesome. It was CGI, yes. So was Zoids, but they were freaking awesome, man. Just awesome. And it's so many out there, so many mech anime that I just can't go through them all. But of course, like I said, with each one of the different series, Transformers had a ton. You had G1 Transformers, you had Beast Wars, Beast Machines, the Unicorn trilogy, some that recently aired on Netflix, some like Transformers Master Force, which aired only in Japan, but I found clips of it. I thought it was awesome. Had with Gundam again, it was more than just G Gundam. You had Gundam Ring. You God, I can't even think. Oh, Gundam Bill Fighters was actually completed, and I want to do more on that one soon because I did watch it sub and completed all of most of Gundam Bill Fighters. Haven't started try yet. Not sure if I'm going to, but haven't yet. And every one of them, it was awesome just seeing those Gundams in the air. Just wanted to pilot them. And I know there's a lot of y'all saying, well, what about the games, Brian? What about the games? Yes, Gundam has a game on mobile and a few ones on a PS4. I don't think they have one on the Switch yet. I hope they will get one. But I did try to play the Gundam game on my cell phone. Unfortunately, when it came out, because I was excited about when it came out, I registered when I heard it was coming out. But when it came out, it did not work on my phone. Even now, I've tried it recently and last year. It does not work on my phone. And it one of them where, okay, if it's not going to work, I'm not going to mess around with it again. And I have played some of the Transformers games. God, I've seen clips of the Japanese game Combo no Nazo. That's a rage quitter's nightmare. Just saying. Because I've seen the clips. That game was for that Famicom. To those who don't know, if you've been living under a rock, just saying, the Famicom is the Japanese NES, and I've seen clips of that game. Contra look good. It is that hard. You talk about NES hard. That is NES hard. Difficulty level alone is hard. And I think I tried playing it once using an emulator, and I only tried once because I could not do it. It was like, nope. My patience for that game was like, it's good. I loved it, but no. Because I was, of course, playing on my laptop at the time and was like, nah, because this will make me rage quit, which I don't normally do. I'll get so frustrated. I'm like, nope, I'm going to just put you on the other side and not play you ever again until you get dust. Which what I do to a game that I don't like. I just, okay, let me take you out, not even carry you with me, because yeah, I just don't mess with you no more. Sadly, digitally games can be done the same, but we ain't gonna talk about that. This is anime, so we'll say the game talk for another day, honestly. And like I said, with that, there's so many. And I mean, it's a lot of different anime. Heck, if we're gonna talk about mech and anime, and if we're gonna include robots in it, because they are mech, why not mention Metabots? Now that was my soul. Heck, I have the theme song in my head right now. I had the game for the Game Boy Advance. I wanted Metabee, a smart ass robot. I could get along with him. Just saying. He had my back, I had his, and heck, I could see winning a lot of road battles, and heck, that let me be Mr. Referee. I am referee, Mr. Referee. Metabots, roll battle. I'm sorry. I gotta have fun today. Today's been one of those. Today we want to have a good day. Just saying. But it was a lot. It was a lot, and I've done a lot of research. I could have written more, but there was so much. Again, that with Neon Genesis Evangelion, there's not much I could say about that one. I've seen some of it. I've enjoyed what I've watched. It's something I have to get back into. Heck, I would love to get back into Metabots. I would love to check out some of the other ones out there because there are a lot. Some that we never even got in the US. There are a lot of obscure anime that we never got, and I wish we had. Lord knows I wish, because some of these are awesome. Just saying, some of these are totally awesome. The theme music is good to the point where you can put it on your phone and listen to it just walking up the street and just jamming to it. Just and I mean, it's a lot. Heck, Mech has been in different anime. You even got the Mecha Naruto that was in a Naruto episode. Team Rocket had a ton of mech in different anime series. Heck, they built the whole thing around mech. The King of Kong mech was just one of a few of them. Yeah, they blasted off again time and time thanks to Pikachu or another of Ash's Pokemon. But hey, they thought ahead. They used their brain. Okay, we got a tough looking Pikachu. It's either go big or go home, and they went big. They went big with every match they had, and they never let it get them down. It was just awesome. And I mean, it was just a lot. It was a lot out there. Now, since I'm gonna talk about one that mean a lot to me, like I talked about Zoids, Transformers is another one that I hold a personal connection with because I loved it. Optimus Prime was my favorite because who didn't love Optimus? A leader who put himself and was willing to sacrifice himself for others. Hey Rose, just saying. Hey you. Hey, even in the movie, and I know I spoiled it. He dies, and it's heartbreaking. It is absolutely heartbreaking seeing Optimus Prime die in the movie, and even when you see it in Beast Wars, like Beast Wars was good. Beast Wars is one of so you got into you watched it from top to bottom. You got into it, seeing Rat Trap, seeing my favorite whipping boy, the only Predacon I would ever admit to thinking is the best one ever, Waspinator, the universe's favorite whipping boy. Just it was awesome. Heck, seeing Optimus Prime or the jokes that Rat Trap would make, him and Dinobot getting into it. Heck, Dinobot was just one of my favorites too, and his death was just sad. He was all about honor. This was before Prince Zuko, y'all. Just saying, he was Dinobot fought to the end, and he protected the other humans the best way he could, and he even like, well, you about to, even told him that, hey, forget critical set I'm gonna keep fighting. I'm gonna protect these humans. But you know you got to keep. I said I'm gonna keep fighting, and he just with everything he had, and he beat him. Yeah, he died in the end, but he beat him. Donald was badass. Just saying, he was I would say the second in command. He was badass, and Megatron wasn't a slouch either. Megatron was a psychotic maniac. He was all bent on taking over the world, on defeating the on the feet and the dang on that. I can't figure it was a Predacon, the Maximals. There we go. He was all about defeating the Maximals. He even tricked, and I do mean tricked, a Autobot to become a Predacon, and he had just woke up and like, well, you are Autobot. Well, maybe I am an Autobot. Well, I am a Maximum. And they fought until he met Optimus Prime, and they were like, yeah, I'm not gonna be a Predacon no more. I'm with the Flying Monkey. Just saying. Yes, Jerry, I agree. Megatron was the definition of megalomaniac. Yes, he was. He cared about himself, nobody else. Waspinator, he uh, how many times did Waspinator get destroyed? And heck, he just like, oh, he'll be back later. But he earned Waspinator's respect. That's what got me. He was a megalomaniac, but well, I'm gonna say like this, Will recognized Will. And when they had that big old trial, he recognized, hey, Watchman Hill had some good points. I ain't gonna lie, Watchman Hill had some good points there. And like I said, Watchman Hill was my favorite. I felt so bad for him because Watchman Hill got I'm just laughing thinking about all the time. He got shot up by Rhinox. He got destroyed by Rhinox farts. Just saying. He was knocked down. He was kicked. He was eviscerated in more ways than one. He was the universe's whipping boy, but he got up in every episode he was in, and he was in every episode, by the way. He got up and he kept going. He did not give a fuck. He was like, okay, I got knocked down, but I'm gonna get up again though, and I'm gonna keep going. Y'all ain't gonna knock me down for long. I'll be back in the next episode. I'll see you in the next episode. Just give me a moment. Let me go to the CR tank, get fixed up, and I'll be back to 7 Megatron until he quit. And I mean, he did quit in the last episode, and he went off. He went on. It was Inferno and Quick Strike. He went all for him. He was like, you know what? I had it. He ripped off his sentinel, drew it on the ground like I quit, and told her y'all can get my ass. Just saying. Let's say it. Let's face it. He was that pissed. Hell, let's face it. Rat Trap gave him the first ever Robo Noogie, and just just saying, he was just I felt bad for him so much. Now another one again it was of course Zoids. Let's see if I can lift them up again without breaking my arm. A lot lighter than I thought that. Maybe it's just me. Zoids, again, I want to be a Zoid pilot. I want and I hope to get the Liga Zero. That is my all-time favorite. I don't even care about the customizable parts. I want a buildable Liga Zero for display because I may mess around with once or twice, but just to have a white Liga Zero, I don't even want to worry about the customizable part. He was awesome as is. He was sentient. I know I said it wrong. Don't judge me. Heck, even his customizable part was good. The Snyder, the Jaeger, the Panzer. Heck, Snyder was all power. Snyder was just blaze everywhere and could rip you to shreds without question. Heck, the Panzer was heck. He may have that weight on him, but he was raw power. The Jaeger, you talk about speed. That sucker probably could say it. Sorry, I missed my word. That sucker could probably outrun the Flash with those boots and still come up and squash him. Heck, even when he fought the Berserk Fury, one of the greatest battles between mechs that I've seen in a good while. Not counting Gundam, because I know somebody's gonna say about what about Gundam or Transformers? I'm not counting them right now. But he let go of all his armor just to increase his speed and caught him with a straight laser claw in the neck. That was just wow. Okay, somebody Terry. Now here's the thing. I have not seen Ghetto Roji and Robotics. I do remember Cubics, which is not an anime. I can't count it, but I do remember Cubics as a cartoon. The ones he mentioned, Ghetto Robot G, I need to check into. And Robotics, I do need to check into those two because I've yet to see them. I do remember there was a cartoon called Cubics, which featured a sentient mecha, which was awesome. It had a short series, so it didn't have that many views, of course, but I did like it personally. I do remember it's a few other ones. Escaflowne is one I remember me and my cousin watching, and I think it was one. I think the name it's on the tip of my tongue. I think it was Tekkaman. That was another mech anime that was pretty decent, and of course, again, Gal Gaigar, or as they say, Gal Gaigar. There's another awesome one that I remember seeing clips for, and I try to watch them. Jay Decker, Goran. God, I remember now they coming. Now y'all want to come to me. It was a lot. Heck, Zoid had a ton of spinoffs. Zoid Wild just started airing on Netflix. You had Zoid Genesis, Zero Century, New Century, and Zero Century. Which another one which, if I'm at New Century Zero, is what I grew up watching before they did New Century. I think I get those two confused. I know the one I know because of the Liger Zero, and the other one that was aired was a prequel was featured the Sealed Liger that became the Blade Liger and an organoid system. There we go. I remember. I remember. But there were a lot. There were a lot. There were a lot. And Gurren Lagann, a quote comes to mind: "Believe in me that believes in you." You're gonna hear me say it again. I loved it. I have not finished it. Volleyball war. Hey, we got a Trish one. Now, when we talk about this, when we talk about mech and anime, it's just Gal. Not Gurren Lagann is one of the ones that were awesome. Thanks volleyball, and he mentioned it was a tiny coat. It's on. It's only tiny on camera. It's a lot bigger, if I stand up, and I don't feel like standing up right now. But Gurren Lagann is another good one. I actually got into it recently, as of last year. That's how recent, and I hope to watch more of it. It was awesome, by all means. Seeing the robots combine, heck, a robot with a big drill as a nose was awesome. And he wore this same pendant. And I actually got it because I thought it was awesome how he would take the pendant, jab it in, and turn it to start the mech up. Was just awesome. And I love them. I love Mech Anime. I hope to see more that are ton out there. I want to see them all. I want to see every anime out there because I am the anime adventurer. And it's my job to find a good anime so y'all can check it out. Because there are a ton out there. Heck, now I know what I'm about to get into. So I'm going to make this announcement before I get into the last part of the show. Next Friday, I am doing my first ever Poke Party to celebrate the 25th anniversary of my favorite and some of y'all favorite anime, video game, and manga and TCG series, Pokemon. And I'm going to go all out. I'm not sure who's going to pop up. I don't have a special guest for it. You may see my friend Lauren. You may see my friend Lisa. You may see one of my Hang with the Red Soul family just popping in and say hi and mention their favorite Pokemon. It, anything can happen. Just saying, anything can happen. But I am doing something big. I am going to try to stay on as long as I can because there are a ton to talk about when it comes to Pokemon. And it's going to be big. Heck, I may go through a transformation myself because this is anime world. Anything can happen. Heck, anything can happen. But just saying, had to put the glasses on for this one. This is going to be awesome. I can't wait to show y'all what I'm going to be working on. I'm actually going to start working on it, whether permitting or not. Hopefully tomorrow. It depends on how lazy I get today. Because I actually, believe it or not, and some people want to ask this, and I have planned to do it behind the scenes. To those that want to know what goes into doing some of these shows, normally I do my topic the day after I do the last show, and I do the research for it throughout the week. This week, unfortunately, I had a lot going on, so what I wrote down was from today. Normally, I start writing stuff down as soon as Sunday. Try to get ideas together. What I want to write, what I want to say, what I need to mention. Going talking to the guest hosts, whoever I may be, sending them clips in case they didn't know about something, and just talking to them, letting them get a feel for how I do the show itself. With most people who know me, I do it myself. How I am now when I'm doing the show is how I am in person. You come up to me and and you tell me talk about anime. Oh, I can go on all day. It's just like with Power Rangers. I can go on all day about Power Rangers. But this time I wrote the notes today. I went through a lot. Uh, and there are moments where I almost did it. I almost changed the topic out the blue because it was like, okay, I don't got enough time to research this, but I normally stick with it. And I have yet to find a topic I can talk about. But it's a lot. And I love this show. I love my Hanging with the Web Soul family. All of them have been so supportive and helpful of me, just saying. And I can't wait to do more with them. And with that, I'm going to include something that I've been doing for a while, never had as a name. And my friend Lauren, once again, came to the rescue. For my little inspirational ending to the show, I wanted a official name for it. And I guess she came up with Fly High with Brian. And I actually like that because heck, I am an adventurer. Heck, some adventurers do fly or jump off cliffs when they get to see a new town trying to get to it. So we're gonna fly high with Brian for this little for the first official inspirational speech that I'm gonna give. And with everything going on for Valentine's Day, because not all of us have Valentine's. I haven't dated anybody since 2018, but I've learned over the years to love yourself. Because how can you love other people when you don't love yourself? There are a ton of people that gonna be, oh, my Valentine gave me this, my Valentine gave you that, gave me that. Don't forget to treat yourself out though. Because in the end of the day, you gotta love yourself. You gotta be happy with who you are as a person. Because there's enough hate going on around us in this world. It is so much hate going on. We don't need nobody hate. You don't need to have nobody hating on you, telling you you're not good enough to date me. Shit, you are. There is somebody out there for everyone. My sister says it. My dad's friend said it. My best friend have said it, and I believe it. There is somebody out there for everyone. It may just be not your time yet, but you will find them. And when they find you and you find them, and that connection is real, you will want nobody else in your corner but that person. You'll do what you can for that person. And they will love you for who you are, not for what you have or what you can give them, but for you and you alone. Because nowadays, there are a lot of people out here that want just the money. They want, oh, what can he do for me? No, 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 no. It's not about that. It's not about sex. It's not about any of that. You gotta love each other in a deeper way than that. It's more than physical. Trust me. Trust me. Everybody will tell you this. It's more than physical nowadays. You can do all of that with anybody and not have a physical connection to them. That's easy. What's hard is finding that one person that you love and dealing with them day in, day out, being there for them through thick and thin, building them up when they're down, and sharing your victories when you're up. Because Lord knows it's a lot to it. And you can talk to your parents, they will probably tell you the same thing. And who knows? 2021 has not ended yet. I choose to have hope that somewhere out there, there is someone that will love me for me, that will respect me for who I am, that will not care about the amount of insignificant bullshit, but will love me for the biggest, the nerdy kid at heart, anime watching, toy buying, son of a gun I am. And yes, that was my version of a Ric Flair quote because Ric Flair is awesome. Woo! Just saying. But I hope that y'all will join me for next Friday's first annual Poke Party. Poke Party. And like I said, we're gonna have fun that day. It's anything can happen. This is my life. This is the life of an anime adventurer. We will be talking about the games, the cards, the toys. Heck, y'all may find out who my favorite Pokemon is. Some of y'all may already know. Just saying. And of course, Garrett, happy Friday, my friend, my buddy, my brother. Happy Friday. But again, join me next Friday. This is again, everyone's invited. We're gonna be talking about Pokemon all the time, and I will be promoting this heavy, because I want y'all to check it out. I don't know who I'm gonna have as a guest host. I may have my friend Lauren if she don't mind. I may have my friend Lisa. Heck, I may have one of my hanging with the Red Soul family hop in and let me put these glasses on. Ah. But I hope that y'all join me. Heck, I'm supposed to be going through a transformation of some sort. I'm just saying. Deanna, hey, my friend, my sis. Yes, we're going to be celebrating. And Terry, you said it. Celebrating 25 years of Pokemon. Yes, we're going to be talking about the movies also because there have been a ton of good ones. And my favorite one that stands to mind, you know what? I'm going to end on that little cliffhanger because I'm going to be real. That my favorite Pokemon movie next Friday. So until then, I have been your anime adventure, the one, the only Brian Oliver. I answered the call, and I hope that y'all will join me. Join me tomorrow as we celebrate 25 years of Pokemon. And by the way, I only got one question for you. Do you have what it takes to be a Pokemon master? We'll find out Friday. Until then, peace, love, and keep on watching anime and keep on adventuring.